I think, sorry, into the B site, which I think is a problem. One of a few. Also, see where Bondic went up the stairs. If people are rushing, that Bondic will always land on someone else's head and block them from going through the door, which is really irritating.
I think this game is missing lasers, though. I think we're onto something here.
I think we should move swiftly on from lasers, Dan.
All right.
Never speak of lasers again. All my legs.
All right. Well,
I know you like casting Cobble. I'm just going to leave this to you.
oh, okay. Cobble. Let's give my cast. My players. Cobble. All right, here we go. They're going to make the drop down to Skyfall there. And they are going to actually be able to clear it out. Seized goes down. So this is going to be quite annoying here for NaVi, because you can see how they're pressured in this area. They're afraid of this B push. However, of course, the reason why that area is so strong is that you can have presence on connector, and then you can split onto B or A. So that's like one of the basics of this map. And we're going to see that the A push coming in there as well. It makes his way through long. Takes down Edward. And Guardian in a good position here. Can they break it, though? They're moving slowly but surely closer onto that bomb spot. And there you go. Starix now, last man at the balcony, does take down one before he dies. So at least they got a single frag. That's a scout for him. And no one else. Please get a scout, please.
So in one of the things I'm not going to whine about this map for the whole match, but one of the things, like during that round, we saw well that it's standing somewhere, and I think as a viewer, sometimes you have no idea what's going on when you're looking at someone. You have no idea where they are on a map or what they're doing, and I think it can be quite confusing.
But there's shrubbery all over the place.
So Simple's looking down towards the underpass area at the moment. It's one of the newer additions to this map. Starix going to start getting to work with that scout. And again, that's the second place where you can aim at the top of those stairs. Those stairs being the place where you can throw some nades into the B bomb site, which makes it very difficult for the T's. I do wonder how these two teams ended up on Cobble, to be honest with you. Did they just spend so much time trying to like veto each other to nerf their?
They're like, oh crap, guys! Oh guys, everyone's like, oh god, we all failed here. We all failed. No one wanted this. I never asked for this.
Wait, where is?
Okay.
Okay.
So I mean, at the moment they're still trying to work their way into the bomb sites here, and it's really nice here from Edward because he's quite far pushed up the CT ramp into that middle area, and Markov's going to spot him though. That's really unfortunate. Had he got a bit closer first, and you can see how low Markov went down there as well. 3 HP. Then actually they could have gotten a bit of a flank going, but this time around it's going to be the push up to CT ramp here from dAt. They're going to be able to pick up the kills and get themselves in a great position on the bomb plant. So
he's scavenging.
Yeah, I think he's just...
He's like a man on a beach with a metal detector.
Do people still do that?
Absolutely, yeah.
They do, yeah.
In the River Thames, you see that all the time.
People in the River Thames with metal detectors?
Yeah, because the tide goes out quite a bit, and you can just walk down the river.
Have you done this?
I have, indeed.
What did you find?
That's, hey, if you eventually manage to actually go on a date, that's a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, I had to cancel
but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I had to cancel another date today because of this games. Because we didn't have anything scheduled for today.
This match was supposed to be yesterday, so I was like, yes, I can make it. I can finally have a date. Nope, denied.
And it's the same. It's the same one I had to cancel as with the NIP not winning quickly enough before.
The same fine lady.
Yeah. I'm just doomed.
She's gonna forget what you look like by the time you actually arrange a date. Right? Then she's gonna see some other. She's gonna be staring at some other guy, and he's gonna be like, "Hey," she's gonna think it's you, and then she's gonna leave, and you're gonna be like standing there.
Hey man, I'm a one of a kind.
That is
they
true.
don't make them this stupid anymore. All right, that is a nice. That's a nice smoke actually.
So it's so nice. We're gonna stare at it for a while now.
James. Steel managed to never have this happen, and he followed like 100,000 nades.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna see that again, are we?
You really need to have a conversation with Steel about this behavior of yours. The decal's even gone away, but you're still stuck on the camera. That's how brutal it is. All right, so they do manage to push their way into the B bomb site at the moment. So dAt are doing a great job, and this is really problematic, obviously, for NaVi because it's really hard to get the rounds on the T side typically. So just being able to start off well in this first half, getting the pistol, getting the following rounds, not having your economy damaged all that much, And also, what it also means is that NaVi are going to be very far away from the AWPs, and by the time they can actually buy AWPs, if that even happens, the money on that team is going to be so good that they can actually challenge into the AWPs with their own AWPs, and it's going to be very, very bad if they lose out on those engagements, because then they're going to get money screwed. It's a slippery slope. So yeah, NaVi have a really huge job to do here now. As you can see, Simple and dAt both pulling out the AWPs. So yeah, this is bad for NaVi, really bad.
With that smoke we saw thrown from this position in the previous round, I don't think I've ever seen either of these teams play this map, and I do have to wonder if this is like the it's like Nip used to pull Train out of the bag, right? That was the map where you expected them to dominate, and you pretty much wouldn't bet against them versus any other team in CSGO. And I do wonder, like, you can see the double AWPs coming out for that, and you can see that they've practiced this map to at least some degree. Like, with all the open ranges, and them having two AWPers of such caliber, I do wonder if the T side of this map could be the thing that they dominate in this game.
By the way, Zeus, as James was talking there, actually threw a pop flash for Skyfall, predicting, because of the round time was around like 1 minute, 1:10. So he threw it on a prediction on timing there that they might be trying to push or drop in at that moment. If he's right in that spot, then he's going to get loads of kills, win the round. If he's wrong, well, he's only used $200. And it's unlikely by the time he throws one flash, he'll get the chance to throw a second when there's engagements. So, nice little thing to think about there. But dAt playing is super slow right now. They've gone from a presence towards B that was vaguely felt by NaVi to the full force of the team arriving onto this A site. Oh my goodness, Bondik actually takes that angle perfectly. That's a very unexpected position. Guardian, though, is also unexpected now, as they've already killed one player in that area, and NaVi with a good setup to defend this, but that's making their way up CT ramp now, as a player is going to try to distract towards B. It doesn't go so well for that team at the moment. 8 seconds left on the round. The bomb is dropped, and they have not given themselves nearly enough time to execute this, and they are going to lose the round because of that.
Well, it's unlike Simple to miss a shot at Simple. No pun intended.
It was planned. It was all a plan.
Okay, so you can see dAt have definitely drilled this map, and I find that in itself interesting. I don't think it's a map that's going to be going away anytime soon. So, again, especially with Katowice around the corner.
Oh, Katowice was so awesome. The crowd was amazing.
Yeah,
I hope it's. I mean, I'm sure it will be just as good, if not better, next time around.
You know what else is awesome in Poland?
I want to go so bad. What's that?
Pierogi.
Pierogi.
I love pierogi so much. Honestly, it's the best.
Okay, well, it looks like these guys are about to jump down Skyfall and go for the challenges. Zeus in position here. There are the nades. In they go for the drop. It's like a bunch of paratroopers right now jumping down there, and it's going to be Zeus who goes down immediately, not able to do the job that he was tasked with to take the frags on those players who jumped down. And now that team holding great positions here, cutting off the A from the B rotations as Markov picks up another one. In they go now. There's a significant advantage here for dAt. Great peek there from Simple. Knows every angle, even if it's Cobble. And they have the B bomb site. They've lost nobody. That was a sick round there from dAt.
I think this will actually be a good case study for people when they're looking at how to approach this map, especially people who may not have the strats that they need going into as we head towards Katowice. Because, again, that team seemed well drilled, but obviously you saw those pop flashes as well on the A site from NaVi. So lots of interesting things to be had here. In addition to that, I just want to... Where the hell are we? No, let's not go from here.
Where in the devil are we?
Up here. So when you saw two people jump down to the drop zone, well, that it stayed up and just held a tight angle here. And as he saw the peak come in, he got the frag while his teammates were concentrating on the other two areas. So normally, quite often, you'll see everyone just jump down. But he's holding the angle there, and will have a distinct advantage since the CTs know that people have gone down here, and their focus is going to be in this area. So that's just another thing, a small tidbit to be aware of. Need to make sure we notice these small details, as they do make a world of difference. 4-1 in favor of that team. AWP finally coming out here for Guardian. Guardian.
Wasn't Skyfall a James Bond movie?
It was indeed.
Not so long ago. Daniel Craig one, right?
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Kragu-san. Alright, here we go. Quick push here from dAt. onto the B area. They don't use so many nades here, much faster pace, and that's a great way to try to mix things up and to try to play against the timings that NaVi had adjusted to. You can see that their defense is completely crippled here, and what a key round for dAt to bully them in this way. However, it's a 2-on-2, but the positioning here is strong from the dAt side as Blade gets the plant now behind this statue and looking for a good angle there towards the drop zone area. Skyfall, as he's got Simple working the AWP from another good angle as well. This is very, very crucial that Simple hits this shot, and he will, of course. Edward goes down, and Blade wins his one-on-one, and that's all she wrote there. And that is also, I think, the economy going, it's in tatters now for NaVi. This is horrendous. This is really bad for NaVi. 5 rounds, it's going so easily for them, and this is that slippery slope I was talking about.
They just can't get off the board monetarily, basically.
Yeah, basically, it's because they need the AWPs. They really need the AWPs. I mean, this map is so good if you have AWPers. It's so good for AWPers. And we can see that that team are able to roll with 1 or 2 and have a great time.
Indeed, it seems that this might be a map to veto versus that team, although this is only one game.
Map to veto. Just as end the statement there. Here we go. So Simple able to get a nice frag there on the long area. I think it used to be called Matrix in 1.6. I remember calling it Matrix in the past. Yeah, just a pretty easy cleanup here of the save of NaVi as they struggle to get anything going. And this is generally a CT-sided map because it's so hard to push these areas, especially when snipers are in play.
He is doing massive financial damage. That's really... I have no idea.
And he's going to have
looking for is
a 1-on-3 now with 40 seconds, so he can legitimately get more kills here if he really wants to try.
I think he's got to go for the save. No armor. I was going to say it was really significant damage, financial, because look at the rest of the money now. I mean, Simple and Blade got around 7k each, but they're going to have to spend that money. They're going to want at least 1 AWP, and whoever buys that AWP is going to have no money afterwards.
Bondik will drop something, I guess. Probably make... I don't know, I guess they do want at least 1 AWP, actually. It'd be worth Bondik going broke for another AWP. An AWP drop.
Oh, go in the toilet, Edward. Go in the toilet.
Uh-oh, he's going to get charged close up. No, he misses a shot! Pulls out the pistol and he goes down. Oh, that's brutal. And now the AWP goes to Markelov. So now Bondik only has to drop an AK. But I don't think he did. I don't think he dropped anything there, actually. I think they just let it just go down to like really, really low money.
I want to see somebody save in a toilet in a pro match.
Save in a toilet?
If I was the Portaloos, can just open the door, jump in the Portaloo and close it. Although, when someone is in the Portaloo, it says it's occupied rather than vacant. It goes red. So you can actually see if you're geeky enough to know that. But with so many being exposed to so many areas, while you check that, who knows? Maybe you'll get away with it. Although he had a good angle to get the frag.
It's a good setup here between Guardian and Edward, actually, towards the A side. They're down the bottom of the ramp. They got a crossfire position, so mixing it up a lot. And the 2 players on the A side are super key in the ways that they are unpredictable and work together. And we're going to see, though, meanwhile, that B is being challenged as the drop zone is now penetrated by the offense of dAt. But Guardian coming in with good defense there on CT ramp. That team play really coming into effect as dAt now are crippled. 2-on-4 for them. And they've got 45 seconds left to go. Connector still well and truly held by NaVi, although here comes Bondik to try to shake it up. Good headshot angle there from Starix. Going to find another round for NaVi, so getting themselves back on the board, but they cannot let any more rounds go to that. They just really can't. 6 is already way too much, to be honest. And NaVi, no AWPs for them. That is certainly going to be problematic, as we see 2 AWPs for dAt. That so far has been a really big difference, honestly, because you can take these really long-range shots. The rifles can't really peek you on those angles, so it allows the Ts more openings to move through.
Do you feel like this map has been mostly solved, or ignoring the fact that it's constantly changing at the moment with updates, or if there's a lot to learn about it still? I would have to go. Actually, let's see what you think.
Well, I'm going to hold your horses for a moment there. You can come back to that one as we do have the round progressing here. We got lots of players towards CT ramp once again.
Who's going to cross this line first?
And what you can see here is Marklos basically just going to go for a late pressure as the distractions come in on drop zone and just jump in. Now he can try to challenge connect. Good entry there. He just has to hold. He just has to hold his position right now. He just needs his presence. The threat of a lurker, of someone flanking, is all that is important at the moment for Marklos. He's going to get taken down though, and his teammates didn't move up for the push quickly enough. His entire job there was to hold them in connector, and he did for a while, but now he's gone down. It's going to be a quick rotation in from NaVi. They're 3 against the remaining 4 players of that team as they make their move, their march, their charge into the bomb site. And with 20 seconds left, they've got to be very, very hasty about getting that plant.
The pros must call this Forest, surely.
Well, Edward, yeah, he's really well positioned to just completely crush this because they can't afford to mess up the bomb plant, and there it is. No cover. Edward pops out at just the right moment, and now you're left with what? Simple and well at it, both holding orbs. That's not going to happen right now as all these bullets rain in on top of them, and a Guardian going for the spam. They're going to kill him off the time. I think that was barely off the time on World Edit, so that's really nice. Good economic damage done. Yeah, and this is really nasty that dAt took their time in that way, and that Markov wasn't able to survive longer.
Absolutely. There are so many nooks and crannies that you have no choice but to check. And especially that's a really weird one because there's almost a guaranteed crossfire position there, like a trade kill.
Yeah.
From the...
And they had the 2 AWPers too, so like actually pushing at those nooks and crannies, like you're saying, is even slower than normal.
Yeah, like that mini balcony. Basically, you can get a trade kill from there.
The balcony. Okay, 2 AWPs finally on NaVi. I don't think they've seen this yet. StarX and Guardian. Guardian! Road to Diva. What does that mean?
Road to Diva?
Diva with 2 eyes. Please explain to me, someone on Twitter. Go. Got a good angle though. Down the CT ramp, and he's left his teammate Edward to actually watch over the long area on A. So this is another new setup. They've had many varying setups, and that's the beauty of the A defense with 2 players on this map. You can switch it up so much, and they're going to start slowly pushing into this position here. But again, that team, they've left a guy towards the drop zone area, so they can actually keep the pressure on, or even a flank, or slow the rotation. That's the job there. But they're actually cycling back now with some players here. Markov gets a pick into B. They're going to get the entry here, and that's it. Simple goes down towards A. They're going to work this out, but they're going to be quick enough onto the positions. Oh, not able to take down Blade. He's going to get the bomb down, and this is huge here because they've only got Glocks. This is such a sick round here from that team. The strategy is really paying off for them. And what did it with a knife and gets a kill on Zeus with the M4 that he picks up. How embarrassing there. He's locking down this choke point. The bomb's ticking away. What did it get another kill as well? Oh no, it's all falling to pieces. Guardian able to take down Blade, but Wada is still lurking around with the M4. And he might just get himself a 4 kill. This is absolutely ridiculous here. It's a shot and gets taken down by Bondic. That's a free op for him. Well done it, man. What a round from him. Gets a knife. He gets a knife.
Yeah, that's lots of money.
M4.
Lots of cash in the bank as well for him.
That is ridiculous.
That is indeed ridiculous.
That is basically like, yeah, that's basically the statement. He puts his foot down to NaVi and says, yeah, you guys are just not going to win this game. You're just not winning now.
Last weekend when Dignitas were playing Cloud9, the last few rounds on Dust 2, they were pretty demoralizing rounds like that. It wasn't a knife, but
yeah, but they
definitely had a.
They went for a knife.
Yeah.
One guy threw a smoke at distance, just running at him.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It was brave. I'm glad he didn't get the knife in the end though, because it would have been really like. I mean, I guess it would have been cool, but Cloud9 were pretty crushed at that point,
yeah.
morally.
It would have been
morale-wise.
So Zeus, hiding at the back of the site. He only has a P2000. He's going to need at least 2 dinks, Dan.
Needs the dinks.
There's 1 dink from Simple. And Guardian and Edward remain. I do wonder what the plan is here. This is the biggest rotation EU.
Pretty much is.
I guess they're trying to take a route rather than like an early engagement, as they may have well done. As you can see, these angles here from dAt, they're looking for exit frags in a sneaky position. I would suggest a boost onto the toilets. Ooh. Guardian, he's close enough.
Oh,
Wow.
Like he's like
his arms in there as well.
He like his head smashed into the glass.
It's like Thursday night at Selfridges trying to take the jewels.
That reminded me of like Payday 2 there, that moment. All right. 8-3, that team are rolling NaVi right now. And did we get...
Hold on a second.
Did we just get some Hellraisers action?
Simple, just knives, blade in
It's
the back.
it's simple like taking those habits from Hellraisers onto that.
This is what happens when you play Angel.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, did it with a nice frag onto Edward. Early advantage here to add to their 5-round advantage. 8-3. Again, I think this is a map where, when we witness matches on it, there are going to be question marks for quite a while as to, is this the way the T side is played? Is this a score we kind of expect on half?
This is not the score that we expect, but this is the way that we should see the T side played. They're playing very good basic games by like moving guys around Skyfall as they push one area to keep the pressure up to delay rotations. This is basically simple Counter-Strike. Blade is making good calls actually. It's the basics done well. And I don't know if there's more elaborate plays you can really exploit on this map. I would say probably not, because the rotations are so huge, and that's kind of the issue. If you look at where the way to like
look at how many. Sorry to interrupt you, Dan. I just want to say how many very acute like 90-degree angles or 90+ degree angles that T's have to check, have to clear as they advance. It's like overpass and crack.
All right, well, 2-1-2 now as that team are actually receiving somewhat of well, good resistance here. But look again, the way that this site is, we can see how Edward actually got those kills before, because it's actually kind of like hard to clear the site insofar as you've got so much other stuff to worry about than the right back of the corner of the site. Like, you don't really expect someone to be there. But we've got the 1-on-1 now as what it tries to add insult to injury. Cease, they're going to be peeking him. What it pulls out, the P2000. Ooh, gets the insta-dink onto Cease and takes him out. But the point I was going to make, just use the drawing power, is look at the distance between. Well, just look at where this middle is. Like, if you want to go for an A or a B switch, you have to go through here basically. And so if you have all your players around here, it's such a long rotation to get around here that essentially like you don't really have as many options, to be honest, for the rotations. It's much more difficult.
Would you compare that to Inferno though?
Inferno's not as bad.
I guess actually you can wrap in Inferno as well, which is more realistic than here. Because
Exactly.
you pretty much have the site if you do it here. Whereas
Exactly,
Pit's a very powerful position on Inferno.
Yeah, Inferno's a much more reasonable balanced map insofar as rotation times. But we're going to see Blade actually cleaning up pretty effectively there.
You saw at the end of the last round as well, he had to plant the bomb before even checking this area or the crossfire position, because there were only 10 seconds on the clock. And that was with a thorough clearance of all the nooks and crannies on the way there.
Because right now, like the basic strategies that we're seeing from that team looks something like we've seen quite a lot that they'll have a guy, like usually I think it was Markov, like around the drop zone, and then they can make a slow push with the rest of the players, like trying to take control of these areas and slowly make their way up, so that until they control like these spots basically. And then this is the point when they have all this map control. So when they have all this, they can then decide, okay, we want to double back or not. And Marco's job here is just to drop down, make the entry, and then delay the players in this kind of an area. So that's like a very standard way you would play, like even Inferno, for example. Like a very standard strats here. 3 AWPs from the CTs. This is actually Cobble. This is how you can really effectively play Cobble. It's like one of the maps where 3 AWPs actually works. And we're going to see that so far the trades are coming in, and it's going to be in favor of NaVi. They're actually locking down the B area here, as the bomb is at the moment in between both sites. It's going to make its way towards B now, but there it is. Good flick from C's, and this is why you need a strong CT economy, because if you can actually get like 2 to 3 AWPs rolling really soon, then the T's won't actually be able to afford an AWP unless they double save at some point or early on, until they have the max bonus. And even when they have the max bonus of money, they still will have to like go for a save round. So
now we have 5 AWPs.
It's very different than what we've seen.
Half the players on the map are rolling with AWPs.
Oh yeah.
And Blade got knifed by Simple again. Something about the CIS teams just says knife wound. Knife wound your teammates.
Yeah. Nice for days.
Oh, Starix.
Slapping him down with the mag.
I felt that one myself. I felt it. Bondic with another person to engage with. Not sure if he's seen him. We're almost completely left of AWPs now. 2 AWPs and a Mag 7. Imagine the retake with that. Have them holding angles as the Mag 7 charges towards the site.
Well, the Mag 7's out of the picture. Zeus going to take down World Edit, though, leaving it all on Bondic. For the last round of the first half here between dAt team and NaVi. This is the deciding map between these two guys, if you're just joining us. And now Bondic is in a one-on-one. He's got quite a lot of time, and this map is huge. But the bomb is down, and Zeus has position.
You know what I think we need?
Do we need
more
nades?
We need a button. Because we've got 1 to 0 for the players, right? But we need a button for the bomb. So when the bomb's on the floor, we can go to bomb cam.
Bomb cam.
And show where the bomb is. Right?
Bomb cam.
Yeah.
What I would also actually like...
Tweet Valve, people.
What I would also actually like is a visual display, and this was actually in Quake World. They put this in Quake World about 8 years ago or some shit, or something like that. And so, so basically, like,
it detects
it detects basically what areas like the teams have, and it will highlight them in the color of the team, and also it has like a little meter with like this with percentages on map control. And so that's also quite a cool little spectator feature that they have there. And 5 to 10, NaVi in a really poor position here, being so far behind. dAt are looking really, really good at the moment. And they have the bomb just holding it up in around the Skyfall position at the moment. 3 players looking to harass the CT ramp area. And A-Long a little bit. They've got Edward trying to make headway on A-Long, but he's kind of alone at the moment. He's very far away from his teammates, is Edward. Now, NaVi.
Oops.
James, what is this camera work? NaVi making their way up now. And they really need a distraction here so they can push the bomb through Skyfall. And they can either go A if the push goes well, or they can go B if it goes badly. And you can see that now the rotation's coming in. This is perfect. This is really nice here from NaVi. They're just moving in slowly. And now the bomb sees and StarX can go in. This is excellent work. So smart. Really, really good. NaVi going to make the frags happen on A now, and in the confusion, they're going to spot the bomb, and that's the wrap now onto the A bomb site. That was a really nice pistol round. I love that strat. I love that.
That was a super strong pistol round, and that team had nothing for it. They didn't kill a single player.
The one thing about that strategy is that it had like a branch. It's like, if this happens, then we can go to this site. If this happens, then we can go to this site, and that's what I like about that. So. There you go. NaVi, they get the ever important pistol. So now we could in theory see the reverse happen. Like, NaVi can actually make this happen now. Let's see if they are able to do that though. What did it with Deeg? Oh, is it gonna boost?
He's got a friend as well.
Boosty boost. Boost in the corridor where you can't see anything. That sounds like a
that's an awkward situation for those CTs.
Yeah.
Just getting cut down like it's an abattoir. Only Simple remains now, but he is probably their strongest player for Deagle, but I'm not expecting a 1v5. I was watching him stream yesterday, actually. He was playing with C's yesterday. It was funny because they were due to play later on in that day, and I was like, oh, it's funny, they're going to be sworn enemies in just a few hours.
Alright, so
indeed, it is C's to take down Simple.
So yeah, NaVi can do the same thing that did to them, and this is another reason why I think Cobble can be a pain for top teams to play. I think it can be fun for casual and stuff like that, but it's so volatile insofar as if you don't get the money go.
I've never actually read that before. Wow. Lost a train of thoughts.
Porter Pui, what the hell?
Okay, Dan's done. So it is
I don't know what I'm saying.
Another eco round from the CTs. So take what you see with a pinch of salt. See, look, Edwards just shot his teammate in the Porta Pui. Bondi going to be the last one remaining here, but well, let's see if he can do any damage. He's playing again those close quarters, and this is the gameplay. You see, this is why I don't agree with them having to all the pistols apart from the Deagle having to dink twice for the kill, because this is part of the stratego, and he needs to play they need to play with their teammates and flashbangs and so on to stop that from happening.
Either way, I think the point that I was making, or was going to make for you,
Before I went around the map.
Before you went to the Porta Pui.
Innocently went around the map. I had no idea it even had a name on it, just to be clear.
Was that, yeah, so NaVi kind of had the opportunity to actually reverse things because of the way that the money works in this map, because you need such huge buys on the CT. However, the CTs now have a really huge buy, and there's no AWPs for NaVi, so they've got to find a way to creatively circumvent the AWPs and the strength of the AWPs. Right now, they're actually going towards the right direction, because we can see a much heavier defense towards B, and if they can work their way up with smokes and nades through to A, then they might have a chance. The problem is if that rotate enough players. And if they rotate the AWPers here. And Simple picks up a kill there already. So not looking super good here.
Oh, look, he's in CT spawn.
For NaVi now. Because you can see how long it takes to clear all of these angles. This area that they're trying to push at the moment towards the CT ramp is so littered with insane amounts of angles.
Yeah, just where to Edward's left, you can boost the CT up there as well.
Could
So
be
he just goes for a quick glance there.
It takes a long time to clear all this, and then if you clear it all, and by the time you get to the vision, to the ramp, CT ramp, which is like really exposed, and CTs have good fire, good angling down onto you, then double backing at that point takes so long that you can't really do it. So you kind of have to really split up your players a little bit and hope that the players basically cause a really big ruckus, so that in this situation, the bomb with on Skyfall can get down either to connect it to go onto A if the kills go there, or just hit B and to catch a rotation of the CTs. But as you can see how awkward that is at the moment, because the time is running out, and the CTs really have to make some great shots here to make anything happen. Some good damage there. C's going to go down, and there's no time left. Basically, like they're like, okay, guys, we've got macro. Oh, this is 5 seconds.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look at all these little things. But the map, like this, to me, feels like we're playing Battlefield. It's just so huge. But it's not even this. Like when you get to this area, like when you're here, you're exposed to this. You're exposed to someone hiding here, someone behind this rock, there, on the site as well. Then you plant, and you've got someone potentially over there. There's a lot going on. But
I just spotted a new bug.
as you can see, getting there is the struggle.
If you look on the minimap, it just says number 5 instead of having the yellow circle around it.
Interesting.
Not a new bug.
QA, Faceit QA here.
That's what I'm excited. Every time there's an update, there's a new bug introduced.
Yeah.
That's what I love about updates. All right, here we go. They're going to jump down into the Skyfall, taking down Bondic. Really, really nice now. There's loads of time left in the round, so you can see how this is going to change the setups. This is going to alleviate a lot of pressure on some of the mid-area angles of the map for NaVi to actually push quicker. Connector can mean that they can split up and isolate the CTs from both sites now. So if NaVi play well with this, they're going to make quite a nice round out of this one. And the AWPs are not very strong in the connector area, and they've got 2 of them. They're going to be crawling through now towards the MP area. The AWP is the real problem here. You're going to see the quick frag onto Markloff, but still the AWPs are a problem, but the nade's going to go down, and it won't get the frag. It will be welded it to pick up a kill onto Starix. Blade now coming around, and they are not ready for that. As Welded stays alive in this position, he is causing all kinds of trouble for the T's as they are going to try to make their way to the connector now with Edward, the last standing player. Does take the frag there onto Simple, picks up the AWP, and there's no time left for him to recover the bomb. This seems to be a story that is recurring.
Timeouts?
Yeah, just running out of time.
Yeah.
And this is actually something we saw again in DreamHack when this map was played quite a lot at the major.
Oh, that random element.
We had a lot of timeouts. We had, I think, timeouts. Yeah, I remember there being like loads of close games because of how one-sided the map can be, and loads of timeouts because the T's, it was so hard for them to, in 1 minute 45 seconds, clear everything and actually make a play. So we're seeing that issue. Perhaps as teams get more drilled on the map, that would change in the future. But
yeah, but there are so many places you can get AWPed from. It's hard to efficiently clear them all out. Sees with that fast play, going to take out Bondic, gets a insta gib on Blade. It's like he had a railgun.
Oh yeah, and now the quick split onto the A site, it would seem, but the bomb is actually going towards B, so they're trying to make it a little bit more complicated now. And this is actually really cool because again, we have Starix and C's holding into the connector towards A, so no rotation is possible. It is just not possible at the moment. They're going to be locking it down there. Huge amount of work for Rodedit to do here to keep himself alive, and because the bomb is actually on the B side by itself. Like there's 3 T's on A right now, but the bomb is stuck there, and now the bomb's going to run all the way back again. And in the meanwhile, Markle's going to pick up Starix. So this round has to go to NaVi. they've had such a huge advantage. Now they've given up connector so they can actually have a defense on the A bomb site. Now the bomb has finally arrived there, but it's taken a good 30 seconds to get the bomb onto the site that's been clear. NaVi still locking it down. So C's below the balcony there. Looks like 2 players going to be keeping it. Ooh, Edward going to pick up the frag though, and one of it. 3 players. Down C's, 2 more to find for him. So Edward repositions now, and it's going to make his way in for that plant, but he's not going to be able to reach it. It's going to be in the round for NaVi.
This reminds me of Edinburgh Castle.
I haven't been.
It's nice. I recommend it. I had a haggis there as well.
How
they
is
had
haggis?
they had a Scottish flag in the haggis.
Did you know it's haggis when you're eating it?
Yeah, I requested it. I went to
how
the
was
restaurant and
it?
said, I would like a haggis, please. It
How was it?
was fine. It was good. It was really nice, actually.
They pay you to say that.
What, the nation of Scotland?
Yeah. I bet you love bagpipes too. Alright, here we go. Well, they're going to try to lock this down with the Deagle. Does get Edward in the face with that dig. Yet more work to be done though for the CTs as that struggled to hold on to the bomb sites. Simple is left with the CZ. It's hard to rule him out with that automatic pistol. Clean kill coming in from Simple though, and going to be rewarded with the AK. Simple going to try to work on these frags. As the bomb was only just planted, so Simple actually can do this if he's fast enough. Going to find another 1-on-1, picks up the kill into Guardian. 43 health now, finds the next player. Ooh, so close, 15 health. 15 health.
This is why he's such a good rifler as well as being an AWPer. He's got that clutch.
He does. But what did haggis taste like then? Because obviously it has a bit of a bad rep because it's what, sheep stomach cooked in sheep stomach or something, right? Wasn't a sheep? Was
Yeah,
it?
it's I'd say foie gras is worse if you're reading them on paper, but it's I suppose like kind of minced meat or something.
I can't remember what it is. Anyway, enough about
3
haggis.
AWPs now.
Blade coming in with a nice spray down there. They did not expect that angle. Once again, a little bit distracted. And Guardian is far away. Too far away to make the trade happen. And now NaVi are in a bad spot.
Where's the Titan double boost over the over that smoke? That's the question.
There is going to be a lot of that in the future, I can tell.
I look forward to it. I really enjoy it.
It's very risky, though. Get sprayed down. People are going to be spamming into smokes quite a lot.
Yeah, so Apex. Good with those smoke kills.
Apex, about 90% of the kills through smoke. That's why you needed the thing on the video. Alright, so again, a slow one. 50 seconds left in the round. As we have 2 AWPs still on the CT side. That looking good for this defense here, but NaVi ready to make a move. Markloff ready to impale Zeus with that FAMAS as he tries to drop down, but some good damage there. And spotting Zeus might just give him enough of an inkling to know that the push is coming in towards B right now. We're already seeing a bit of rotation here. It's Blade. He's going to try to go for the long run round for the flank as the push comes in from B. To speed this up now, there's 20 seconds left. They don't really have time to mess about. And Blade comes in and gets the bomber. I don't know where the bomber was going because there's no way to like do anything with 20 seconds left.
Yeah,
unless he's trying to save it. I don't know.
wonder. I can only imagine 4 versus 2. 4 versus 2 running into all this open area with this massive just valley of death. It's almost like an American football. With this huge kind of valley of death, they're going to get annihilated there. So
but that's the funny thing is
I feel like they felt they were without choice.
It's like NaVi are really confused right now because this map like requires so much more time, and they're like, oh, we got 15 seconds. It's time to push. Oh, all right. This map does not work for NaVi's slow play. You need to clear so many spots quickly.
This is the anti-NaVi map.
It does remind me of Overpass insofar as like the A side of the map on Overpass. You have so many angles to clear. But they're going to go in quick this time. That's much better there from NaVi, but Simple coming into play with the USP and AWP. Oh, wow, he actually managed to rattle off another shot there just before going down to get the kill. And now Guardian and Edward are left in the cold. The bomb is down towards CT ramp, and there is not much that they can do to get there right now. There's a CT between them and the bomb. There it is. It's going to be Blade. He gets his head popped off by Edward, and all of a sudden, Guardian with a kill is going to make it a 2-on-2. And with 1 minute and 5 seconds left, that bomb is recoverable now. But that's no what's up, and they are going to be rotating for the defense here. Guardian is going to have to be on point here. Guardian versus World Edit on the AWPs.
Okay, that is the bomb for Edward. Guardian starting to emerge onto the site, but again, look at how many places he has to check at once to try and open up this site for his team. which explains why that piece of wood is there, so you can peek one without having to peek the other. But I think you might be able to see their feet underneath it. Anyway, they have a man advantage now. Bondik with all to play for. He is the man who can clutch for that. We've seen it before. Very, very solid player. Gets a very nice peek there on the damaged player as well. So it's 1 versus 1. Guardian with 18 seconds on the clock is going to go for it. Picks up an AK. Now, let's see who's going to get the better of this exchange.
Oh, that's a great nade! Doesn't do nearly as much damage. Actually did like 35 damage there, and Guardian does pick up the kill with the rifle. Oh, doesn't get the AWP in time though. So NaVi, let's actually take a quick check on the monies. So both teams are actually really suffering, and almost all the AWPs, in fact all the AWPs were eliminated, so no one's AWPing right now. So we're going to have a very different round. In theory, you would want to see a much faster approach from NaVi. They should read right now that there are no AWPs in play, that there is the pistols here for dAt, and dAt know that they just need to get the AWPs going again, so they're just going to go for some CZ and some PD50s, and there you go. Already a kill coming in as the rush follows through to B. That player swarming all over the attack of NaVi into that site. So he's looking actually not too bad. They picked up some rifles. Zeus going to eliminate Simple. That's one of them gone. That's the second one gone. It picks up an AK, but he's only got 5 health, so going to get dropped as well by Guardian as they do get themselves onto the side. The bomb's down though, and doesn't matter at all. Bondik will fall. Now dAt have enough monies to get themselves at least one AWP, at least on Blade. But that's going to be a bit awkward because he's not going to have any armor, and he's going to drop the AWP to a teammate. So Blade doesn't have all that much going for him at the moment. He has a drop, but no armor to play with.
Double AWPs coming out for that team. Let's have a look at where Simple's going. He's going for an aggressive position. No one's going to be challenging him just yet, and while they're going to play deep into the B side. Looks like we have a fast push coming out for the T's here. See if Markelov can take any of them out. It's going to be the first frag onto Starex, but he's still got more T's close up. Simple getting into a different location just in case the bomb is going elsewhere. But the frags still coming in over to the B bomb site. Guardian, Zeus, and Edward remain versus the 3, and Simple is rotating over to the site now. See Zeus just at the back there. He gets cut down as well. Only Edward is not in control of the bomb either, so he is without little choice. Let's see if he can find Simple first. Simple will have heard him fall down there. And the Master at holding close angles takes another frag. It's going to put that team within 2 rounds.
I really like that defense.
Of victory here.
Really like that defense. We saw all these angles that they were able to take from, I think it was Markelov that was there.
Yep.
And they're just like using all these angles into these positions, like very, very fine angles, but they weren't really able to actually push through them. And it's actually hard to nade those. Like you need to have practice your flashes, basically.
Yeah, and well it was holding angles from the site as well, so he probably had his back covered. Where it was just firing at the wall there. He did AWP someone through that wall in a few rounds ago.
Yeah,
quite nice.
They got a quick push there onto C's to just take down Simple, but that assault on Connector, it's actually going to be retaked by dAt very quickly. That could have been really deadly there for that team, and NaVi needed that so much because now Blade's going to catch the bomber who's trying to move towards CT ramp, but they've already been completely crippled before the play can actually work out. Good flash there from Blade. Will get flanked by Edward as we do have 3 players left for that team now. There's a lot of time left on the round, and we're going to see if a recovery can be created here by NaVi. They need to get just quick frags here. Just move onto the site fast, get the frags. And to do so, they need to predict the angles effectively. But they already have long, so they have to worry about that. They've already got themselves up CT ramp. They don't have to worry about that. They know there's going to be vent room and the balcony. They know that. In goes the smoke to try to block that angle. And they're going to take down Guardian, who had the bomb. Edward, the player you would have wanted the bomb on, is going to go down in the end as well, as that round is cleaned up by dAt. They go on to match point. And again, if you're just joining us, well, it's a best of 3. This is the last map. And
if you're just joining us, then you're a bit late to the party.
You're a bit late, guys, if you're just joining us. Because this is dAt's putting themselves in the number 2 spot in the group and up with the top 2 with Titan. If they're able to take this against the Tech 9s, and this will mean that NaVi, if they lose, will go to the last chance qualifier in 3rd place.
Indeed, they will have to do things the hard way. And what a way to do them. This has not been an easy map either.
And they're going to go for it. The Tech 9 train. Smoke in for Connector as NaVi make their way in. Losing comrades on the push as the AWP comes in from Simple. Nades coming in still as the flashes and smokes go down, but it's not looking great for them right now. These complete cleanup here from that team. And dAt are able to take it, 16-12. They're going to win Cobble. And we're going to see them, as I said, go top 2 in the group with Titan, and NaVi will be going to a 3rd place, or rather a last chance qualifier to make it through to the groups, through to the next group stages. And of course, this is how this works. Now the top 2 teams, Titan and dAt, go to another group. So
yeah.
groups
So basically,
groups in groups.
Yes. So essentially, what it means is Titan and dAt advance, and to get to the same level of advancement, NaVi needs to play, I presume, other 3rd place qualifiers in more groups to meet the rest of the
groups
people in the other groups.
Right, guys. That was the only match of tonight. As James said, they had to reschedule this match, so I would have to cancel my date tonight. So that's great.
Yep. The only reason why it was removed. So
yep.
Maybe tomorrow.
I'm beginning to think so, James. This is a whole conspiracy.
So
anyway,
about those hot top pictures.
I don't know, man.
Tweet TSM players, and maybe they'll reveal them, if that's your thing. But he wasn't even in the hot tub, was he? He's got pictures of you in the hot tub, despite not being in the hot tub.
No comment. I'm not commenting on this. Okay, guys. We're going to go to... we're going to end the stream. Anything you want to say, James? Follow the stream, guys. Going to be playing loads of Counter-Strike here. We're going to be watching loads of Counter-Strike here.
Yes.
And
again, we're going to have Fnatic LDLC for StarLadder next week. So
more spin wheels, more bisons. If you
yeah, we're going to spin the wheel. We are going to spin the wheel next week as well. In the meantime, head over to our YouTube, Faceit.com, where you can see some highlights, some crazy KNES highlights just gone up over there. Faceit VODs for Faceit VODs. See what we did there. Make sure you hit the follow on the channel, guys. Again, we want to make more followers than Kitty Plays Games. Then we'll have to, once that happens, we'll have to do another big giveaway.
We'll have to get her on the show. Casting.
That's the next milestone.
We'll get her on the show casting. That would actually be awesome. I'm sure that will go down really well with all the fans. Okay, guys, it is time to close it out tonight. I hope you enjoyed this evening with us, with me and James. We'll be back as soon as we can with more Counter-Strike on Faceit TV. Follow the channel, and we'll see you next time. Good night.